So we're going to discuss 1099, independent contractor status and self-employment tax, uneven cash flows, entity creation, paying yourself a salary, income tax payments, segregating expenses, and retirement plan funding. Welcome to the party.
Okay, so number one, let's get started. The basics, uneven cash flows. When you get into the real estate business, sometimes you have $10,000 months and then you have 0 months. Or you have $50,000 months and then you have a $5,000 month. Uneven cash flows are a significant problem. I'm sorry, but I really don't have a solution other than the basic, which is you need a budget. You need a budget and you need to set aside cash. It may take you a year or 2 or 3 years into your career until you have enough cash set aside to weather the ups and the downs. Some successful agents that I've talked to, they say that's a result of not having good prospecting systems and closing pipeline in place. I can only help you with, hey, this is what we can do from a financial perspective. And what I would tell you is to build up a cash cushion of 6 months worth of living expenses. So budget, cushion, budget, 6-month cushion, budget, 6-month cushion. That will help you weather the ups and the downs as you go through your real estate career. Number 2. Welcome to the world of being a 1099 independent contractor. Nobody told you that Uncle Sam will bonus you. Great, you have to pay 7.65% as an employee and 7.65% as an employer. That's the bonus. Yeah, more taxes. Fantastic. So, what's the solution? What's the workaround? Number 2 also leads into number 3, which is entity creation. I would urge you to sit down and have the conversation with your CPA. Am I at an income level? Usually the rule about 60,000, 70,000 in income is when you want to start considering creating an LLC for yourself or an S Corp for yourself. Why do people do that? People create LLCs and S Corps because so they can pay themselves a salary. So you have a business that has $100,000 in revenue, and you may start paying yourself, say, a $50,000 a year salary. That will help bring down your self-employment tax. And it gets more complex, and I can't give you all of the legal tax advice because I'm not a CPA, but that's the conversation that you need to have with your accountant. Entity creation, form an LLC or an S Corp, and what is the tax benefit? Have them run the projection for you. That's what you need to be talking to them about. Number 3, income tax payments. You need to be putting money aside. So if you get a $10,000 check, you don't have a check for $10,000. Put aside a minimum of 30% for income taxes. Now, once you start paying yourself a salary and you have an entity, you won't need to put away 30% because you'll be paying income taxes on a monthly basis. But number 3 is if you're still 1099 status and you don't have an entity created in which you're paying taxes on a monthly basis, you need to be putting away 30% into a separate account. And how would you do that? Because it's human nature, you need discipline. I would go to whoever your payroll department is and tell them if you're expecting a $10,000 commission to cut you 2 checks or do 2 direct deposits. And you open yourself up a tax account that is not linked to your checking or savings account. You open an account at another institution that is not linked to checking or savings, and it just sits in cash until the end of the year. And you have them do 2 direct deposits. One goes to your regular checking account, and then the other 30% goes to an account at another institution that you do not bank with that's tucked away for tax time. Number 4, expenses. So I see this all the time. You can't mix personal and business. Or you shouldn't mix personal and business. Things get lost in the shuffle. Things fall through the cracks. So here's the solution. Open up, once you have your entity, okay, you get a tax ID number for your entity. It's very simple. You get it for free. You do it at the IRS website online. You get a tax ID number, and then you open up a credit card in the name of your company, whatever it is. Maybe Johnson Homes or Kathy's Homes. And that tax ID number, you have a credit card issued that's linked to that tax ID number. It's specifically for business purposes, and that is all you use for business expenses, and they are 100% segregated from your personal expenses. The same thing applies to a bank account. You go to the bank and you open up a business checking account where your direct deposits go to. Now everything is separated, nothing falls through the cracks, and more importantly, if you're ever audited by the IRS, you can show a clear, distinct separation between personal and business expenses. Now we're not going to get into what's tax deductible and what's not tax deductible, but that is the simplest method in which I've been able to kind of coach people along to help segregate those expenses. It's very simple. Only caveat I will give you is that business credit cards are bound to they're regulated by a different set of laws, and the interest rates are typically higher. So I wouldn't suggest carrying a balance on a business credit card. And then what type of retirement plan? So now you're self-employed, so what type of retirement plan should you fund? So I'll give you 3 that you should look at. You should definitely look at a SEP IRA, you should definitely look at a solo 401k, or you should consider a simple IRA. Those are your 3 most popular small business retirement plans. And I can't tell you which one is best for you because it's different depending on if you have employees or not. So that's more of a subjective, but those are the 3 that I would definitely be considering.
Hey, hopefully that was helpful and that raised some thoughts. At least you're now armed with some information to go have that discussion with your CPA and or advisor that you're working with. I can't get too detailed in the information that I provide because then it's considered individualized specific advice, which I just can't broadcast out because everybody's situation is different. But if there's something that you like some more information on, please give me a call and we'll drill down and we'll get real granular with it. Thanks.